potential fight of the year candidate, cashing in a double bonus as well. I mean, UFC debuts don't get much better than what you did tonight. Can you just talk about the emotion of, what you're feeling right now and just, this whole experience now that you've made your UFC debut in such fashion?
On to the next one. This is awesome. That was cool. But I have something to prove here. I got to be the best. I've been saying I'm the best in the world for a long time. So, I will have another fight. Got to start preparing now.
You touched on the Octagon jitters, kind of blowing them off a little bit. Talk to me about how this whole week played out versus your expectations. I mean, the big press conferences, the added media, the potential for Octagon jitters. How did everything play out versus how you thought it would be?
It was exactly how I thought, how I processed it all. Everybody in this league started somewhere else. Everybody out there is going to say, you're not good enough. You just got to take it one at a time and prove everybody wrong. Prove everybody that believed in you right. So that's what I was here for.
You had to answer the questions during your World Series career, and after a fight like tonight, I'm sure you'll have to answer it more. I mean, how long can you keep fighting like this when you put yourself through something like that?
I mean, did you guys watch all the fights tonight? We punch each other in the face. That's what we do. I haven't lost. I haven't got knocked out cold. So this isn't boxing. I don't get – when I do go to sleep, I won't get 10 seconds to get back up. You recover. Michael Bisping got flying H-bombed. He's back. He's the champion now. So I don't know how long I can do it. I don't want to do it forever. So I got probably, I don't know, one at a time. So I really don't know.
And you said you're trying to find your equal. I mean, it's an interesting time in your division in the UFC right now. So is there anything that does make sense to me? Is there a name in particular that makes sense?
Whoever gets me closer to an interim title right now. McGregor's not here. So I'm going to get that interim title on my waist. And when he comes back, pressure. I pressure people. You think you can take it? He has a fantastic left hand. If he touches me with it, I'll go to sleep. If not, you saw what will happen tonight. He's never been finished before. I finished him in the second round. He almost finished me. Big John said he was going to stop it. I was there. I don't know what, he's great at what he does. He said I was, obviously when I got smoked, I was, a little dazed. But we get punched in the face. Like I said, I got the biggest heart. I'm the most violent guy in this division. I'll prove it time and time again. Every time I've been, fight of the year for now, I'll fight again. That one will be considered fight of the year. I can take the most boring fighter and put him in that fight right there. So that's what I do. I'm an entertainer.
Hey, Justin, over here. Right here. Congratulations on the win. This is the fight that people have been talking about all weekend, including UFC 213. But it sounds like you don't feel like people were giving you maybe the respect you wanted leading up to the fight. Is that accurate?
Probably. But, the sport is the way it is. I had to prove myself at the highest level. I knew from day one with the coaches that I had, started wrestling at 4 years old. I've never taken a year off. No one has worked longer or harder than me. And it has to be somebody, so why not me? I'll have that outlook every single day.
Was there anything about Michael that surprised you in the fight tonight?
Nope. I knew it was going to be a good fight. I knew he was going to be dangerous in the first round. I knew the leg kicks were going to add up. He's going to have a hard time sleeping comfortably for a couple nights, for a couple weeks. I'm there to break people. Like I said, I would drop him and I'd let him up. That's what I did.
And stylistically, what are your thoughts on a matchup with Tony Ferguson?
That's what I want. Michael Johnson whooped his ass, so I will break him. Guaranteed.
How are you celebrating
Call me
tonight?
a liar all you want.
Oh, sorry, I was just going to ask, how are you celebrating tonight after a big win like this?
No, just spend time with my family. Get ready for the next one. Now that I won, got a target on my back. Got to get the interim title, so I got a huge target on my back. I thrive under those lights, and I will every time.
Just right here. Is there anybody in the top 5 that you fear? Because you like going one by one, like very confident.
No, I don't fear anybody. Not in my weight. No. If I do, I should probably quit now, huh?
How close were you to going out in the first, towards the end of the first round?
Don't think I was very. I mean, he needed to land another one of the shots that he did probably, but once he hit me, I definitely was a flashed me, and all of a sudden, I was back in it, just like that. Started rolling with the punches, started swinging my hooks on the inside. I gotta watch it. Every single fight I've ever been in, I never know what happens. I walk to the corner and I ask if I did a good job. So I have no idea. I was so happy to be in there. I was so happy to be in the back. I was so happy to be walking to the Octagon. I was so happy to hear everybody chanting my name. I'm happy. This makes me happy. It really does. But you cannot look ahead. I'm not infallible. Never will be. I will lose, like I said. Not scared to get knocked out. Not scared to lose. I'm scared not to perform. And I'll take every single day towards the next fight to get ready for it.
And a final question for me. You said you want to try to get to that belt as quick as possible, but would you take a Carl Preeson or a money fight with Nick Diaz?
Of course.
Or, Nate.
Nate? Yeah, of course I would. Yep. He don't like leg kicks. I kick pretty hard.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Justin. Can I just ask, first of all, what your twin does? Is he a fighter as well?
No, my whole family is a bunch of copper miners. I'm from a very, very small town, and, it's 2 hours. If you want to go anything but a Walmart, you got to drive 2 hours.
Wow.
Yep, that's where I'm from. I inspire everybody that's from there, thank God. I have a human services degree. My job is, what I want to do in life is inspire people, help people. It's very rewarding. That is rewarding for me. Right now I'm doing it through violence, kind of ironic, but I really enjoy it.
Can I just ask you about that? This human services degree you're doing, and you want to work with that risk youth.
Yes,
I
sir.
commend you on that. I think it's amazing.
Thank you.
Where does that come from that you want to do that?
I have the best parents that a person could ask for. They've done anything and everything, put themselves in debt just to give me the opportunities that I had when I was a kid. When I got to college, I had a couple friends that did not have that. And, just having conversations, learning about them. It took one person, my friend Rocco DePaulo, that did not, I'm not going to tell his personal life, but he had someone that influenced him in a positive manner, and it changed his whole life. Especially now with the platform that I have, now I can reach 4 out of 10 or 4 out of 20 instead of 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20. So, like I said, it's very rewarding for me.
Is it because where you live there isn't really work for a lot of the young people? Is that why you witness that going on and they get into trouble, or?
No. I left there and went to Greeley, Colorado to wrestle. That's where it's hard to where I'm from. You can't really open your eyes unless you leave. And so when I got there was a lot of things that opened my eyes. There's a big world out there, and where I'm from is not big. Usually you work for the copper mine, which is very noble, very stable. So, I don't know.
Well, congratulations on your 2 bonuses in the fight of the year so far.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like I said, next fight will be the fight of the year.
Hey, Justin, back here. So you said you're from a small town, and obviously there was a lot of action going on in the ring and a lot of action outside the ring in the crowd. I just want to know if you heard the crowd and heard how they got behind you, obviously, as you were coming back there.
I'm so in the moment that no, I didn't. In between rounds, obviously, when I started, that's when I really heard them. But I'm so in the moment. I'm flying off adrenaline. I do not have a thought process in there. I can't because it's just the way I fight. I pressure people. You think you can take it, but if you don't put me down, your heart rate is just going out the roof. You cannot take it.
And you said as much yesterday that he was a poser at the weigh-ins. So can you comment a little bit about being vindicated about that
Yeah,
comment?
I mean, he's saying I'm scared, saying I'm nervous, saying I don't belong. I knew what was going to happen. I really honestly knew what was going to happen. I believed in myself. I mean, I guess I didn't. You never know in this sport. Like I said, it's so unforgiving. But I was very confident in my skills. I'm confident in my coach. No one's worked harder or longer than me. I'll say it many times. 4 years old, I never took a day off. Never took a year of wrestling off. So I don't know. I really have a lot of fun in there.
Justin, to follow up on the crowd reaction, because it really was tremendous. And a lot of people who make their UFC debuts are tasked with trying to make fans aware of who they are. It's an enviable position to not have to do that, kind of no introduction needed. Did you know that you were going to have that level of support, that many people were there to support you? Did you feel that all week? Or
I did, yeah. So every fight I've fought close to, so like I said, small town. Vegas is a 8-hour car ride, 7-hour car ride, 7 or 8 hours. I don't know. I haven't done it in a long time. I've been coming here to wrestle since I was 6 years old, almost every year, to wrestle in national tournament, big tournaments. So I knew. I mean, if I could have kept track of tickets, I sold at least probably 600 to 800 tickets.
And when it comes to the lightweight division, Conor McGregor obviously casts a wide shadow, but this is a real unique opportunity because he's tied up for the summer, so he's not going to be around the UFC. Do you feel like with this spectacular win, maybe one more over the next couple of months, that by the time he comes back, he's going to be already made aware of who you are? Do you see that opportunity over the next couple of months to kind of hijack that for him?
Hey, he sent it's been pointed out to me that he tweeted tonight about my fight. Real recognize real. That dude's a warrior. I'm a warrior. If I get the interim belt around my waist, I only got to do that two, maybe one or two more times, and then, like I said, I'm not going to ask for the money fight. I'm going to be the money fight. You sound like a little bitch when you ask for the money fight. I'm going to earn it one at a time. I don't care who's next. I want to fight Ferguson, but he'll probably say I'm not worthy. He lost to Michael Johnson. I just finished him, so he'll be full of shit when he says that.
Just to clarify, over here, do you right? Are there any? Is there an interim fight, title fight in the works? Is Tony Ferguson?
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
I just got done.
Yeah. Did you talk to Dana when you got backstage? And if so, what was that conversation like?
Yeah. Said good job. Sounds dirty, but I'm a promoter's wet dream. What else can you ask for? I literally go in there and put it on the line. I have no regrets. I'm not scared to lose. I'm an entertainer. That's proven because I got performance and knockout of the night. That's what I'm in there for. I'm here to make money, make a living. This is my job now. I was so ready for this. Everyone says Octagon jitters. That's because you're not ready. There's no reason to rush this process. If you're a young fighter out there, take your time. Wait till you're ready. I was so comfortable back in the back. I was so comfortable this whole week. I told my coaches many times I just was kind of nervous that I wasn't nervous. I was never, I could not even almost build an emotion towards this. I knew the time was going to come. I knew the door was going to get locked. And it was me and Michael. So, I don't know. One at a time, that's all I can do.
Did you hear from anybody or get any feedback from anybody that you might not have expected before going into this fight? Celebrities, anything like that?
I literally just did some pictures and took a shower and came here. I haven't even looked at my phone yet, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fighter's fighter. They love me. Bisping, he said that he wanted Michael Johnson to go out there and represent all UFC fighters. That's only because they're cut from the same cloth. Not many fighters want Michael Johnson in the way he was speaking to represent them. So you want me representing you because I put it on the line. And I show, I'm not here to crap on anybody but except Michael Bisping. He didn't even know how to say my name. I bet he knows how now.
Justin, down in front. It was a great fight. Obviously, after the fight, after you finished it, you tried to jump off and backflip off the top of the cage. You missed it the first time.
Twice. I missed it twice.
Missed it the second time. Did you think before you attempted it a third time, maybe it's just not going to happen?
No, I tried till I'm not a quitter. I proved it. Hey, it was really slippery up there. When I got up there, it was slipperier than any other cage I've jumped off or any other cage I've jumped off of. I don't know. I was tired, but I can nail it 10 out of 10 times once I get up there and plant my feet. And only when I get a sweet knockout, and that was sweet.
Did the commission say anything about that afterwards, or?
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, they don't want me to hurt myself. Everybody wants me to stay healthy. My coaches, but I don't usually do things normal.
Did you say anything to Michael after the fight? Obviously, there was a bit of bad blood before, but did you exchange any words after?
I did. He earned my respect. I don't, he says it was all talk. I take things personal. You don't say things about my family and expect me to just take it nonchalantly. So yeah, I mean, that was in the back of my mind a little bit, but I just knew I had to just be my best, show up, seize the opportunity, and that's what I did. But I didn't say much to him. I said, "Good job, way to stay in there as long as you can." But I broke him. Said I was gonna break him. I broke him.
And last question: have you seen Dana yet? Has Dana said anything to you about your debut?
Yeah, he said, "Good job." He said you earned a performance and a knockout of the night. It's kind of the last thing I heard. But no, I said thank you for the opportunity. I'll always be thankful to be where I'm at. This is not normal, and probably not supposed to be here coming from where I'm from. A lot of people doubted me before this, but a lot of people believed in me, and it makes me work hard every day.
Justin, back here, right over here. Last week in LA, you mentioned that when the way that you fight, you basically tend to break your foot every time you go out there and fight. I'm curious how you're feeling now and how you feel today as opposed to after previous fights that you've had.
It's been worse. It's definitely been worse. I got some sore shins, but I did my coach really instilled at me that I had to get my feet there before I threw a strike. And luckily that helped me. I was landing on the high shin bone. I was landing, but he checked an inside kick, but I kicked so hard that, even if you check it, it still hurts. Honestly, I'm still kind of flying on adrenaline, so I guess we'll see tomorrow.
Justin, this was almost a perfect Justin Gaethje. I'm sorry, back here. Almost a perfect Justin Gaethje debut. I mean, you were rocked. You were back and forth, fight of the night. Fans were won over. Was this the way you wanted to come in, or would you have rather had like a quick knockout and just kind of got out of there easy?
Well, as a fighter, we always want quick knockout, but I trained for 25 minutes. I've trained for 25 minutes for the last, I think probably like 8 fights. Hasn't made it yet, but I'm ready every day I go in there and I work my hardest. I know that the more I win, the more I'm get exposed to this sport, the harder the challenge is. Michael Johnson was the hardest challenge to date. The next fight will be the hardest challenge to date. It's my whole life wrapped around an opportunity, and I'm going to seize it.
You mentioned not really being nervous, but when you stepped in the cage, when he was walking in, the lights were off, looked like you stepped out in the middle, you kind of looked around, smiled, and then got a drink of water. I mean, what was going through your mind right then? Was it just business as usual? Did you feel anything different at all?
Yeah, I was so happy to be in there. I was thanking God over and over for the opportunity that he presented me. I could not have been happier. I was not nervous the slightest bit.